Assemble.
The television premiere of Avengers Endgame, next on TNT.
Ballin'. On a budget? Try the new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King, featuring a
The following message is transmitted at the request of an anonymous authority. At the time of this message, an anomaly that threatens the entire United States and the rest of the world is ongoing. An album made by a man named James Leyland Kirby named Everywhere the End of Time. This album is about the way dementia corrodes your memories and has been renowned for being creepy, beautiful, and disturbing. But this album is no beauty. It is the opposite. It is a curse to anyone who hears it, a demon that will take everything away. Many people have already had their lives and families taken away from them due to this demon. Do not listen to this album. Repeat, do not listen to this album. If you do, you have everything you've ever known and loved stripped away from you, and will eventually go insane. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Heed this warning, or you will face an unfortunate fate. This ends my message.
Reflection. I don't know how he shaves.
He didn't kill anyone, kid. This is not a real head. It's an animatronautical dummy head.
Hey, who you calling a dummy head? Wait, what did you say?
The real Hieronymus Glove has been frozen in ice for decades now.
Oh, Patrick, it was only a robot head. Ooh, for a minute there, I thought we were in trouble.
You are in trouble! And you're going to Glove World Jail!
The civil authorities have issued an administrative message beginning at 3:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time and ending at 4:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The Kansas City Police Department, along with the Federal Communications Commission, into an incident that happened an hour ago involving a hijacking of multiple TV and radio stations and the use of broadcast equipment to make a false activation of the emergency alert system in multiple areas across the country. This broadcast describes that an album, known as Everywhere the End of Time, will cause those to listen to it gradually lose their sanity. This is a hoax. There is no emergency at this time. False alarm. If you have any information on this situation, contact the Federal Communications Commission at 888-225-5322 or the Kansas City Police Department 816-234-5000. This has been a message from the Kansas City Police Department. We now return to regular programming.
Breaking the rules, eh? Good for you, matey. I just told you. Stop saying that! Breaking the rules, eh? Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Oh, not again, Patrick. He's just a robot. They're
following message is transmitted at the request of the Kansas City Police Department. Multiple riots have begun across the city, with rioters seen committing arson, destruction of property, and have even been seen harming and murdering police officers and civilians. It is recommended that you stay indoors and do not go outside at this time. Do not participate in the riots. Doing so could result in jury, death, or detention without legal counsel. If the riots continue to spread, a curfew may be enacted to keep law and order in the city. The 911 phone number may be backed up during this time due to emergency services being strained during this emergency. If you have an emergency, attempt to fix it yourself, but if it is urgent, please call 911 immediately. The Kansas City Police Department is looking into the cause of these riots. Continue to monitor media outlets for further updates and information on this situation. This message will be retransmitted in 30 minutes.
The National Primary Entry Point EAS system has issued a National Information Center for the following counties or areas. United States, at 6:25 p.m. on April 1st, 2021. Effective until 9:30 a.m. Message from IPOSCAP. The riots have spread to states across the country. Damage and civil unrest is starting to reach concerning levels. Due to this, the President of the United States has enacted a national curfew. This curfew is in effect from 7 p.m. Eastern Time until 7 a.m. Eastern Time. During this time, you will not be allowed outside. If you are caught outside, you will be detained and put on house arrest. In addition, there have been many reports of civilians and rioters randomly dying on the streets. It is unknown why these victims are dying, but government agencies and hospitals are looking for the reason. Many civilians in hospitals are also dying suddenly. Do not go outside unless it is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Continue to monitor media outlets or the emergency alert system for further updates on this situation. This has been a message from the National Emergency Alert System. Regular programming will be allowed to resume, but may be abruptly interrupted for further emergency information.
notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is KCTV, Channel 5. We will continue to serve the Kansas City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information to your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Kansas City area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt your programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations have been discontinued during this emergency. This is KCTV, Channel 5. We will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions to the Kansas City area. If you are not in this local area, you should now tune to stations providing news and information to your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Due to the current situation, President Joseph Biden Jr. cannot speak over the emergency alert system. Thus, the console replacement system has been redeployed to deliver a text-to-speech message to the public. A crisis is threatening the entire United States. An album named Everywhere at the End of Time has been causing residents to slowly begin losing their memories and getting dementia. It is unknown why this phenomenon is occurring and why this song specifically, but the president has passed a bill to remove this song from the internet. You are advised to not listen to this album, or you will get dementia and you will slowly lose your memories and eventually die. Some individuals affected go insane and become violent. If someone you know has recently listened to this album, immediately admit them into a nursing home or other facility. Do not listen to this album. If you do, you will face a slow but certain death. The national curfew has been upgraded to a national martial law. Military squadrons will be roaming the streets to find anyone who has broken the curfew. Do not let anyone but friends and family in your home. You are advised to close and lock all windows and doors and barricade them so nobody can get in. Also, gather food, water, clothing, medical supplies, cell phones, phone chargers, toiletries, pillows, and blankets, a battery-powered hand crank or weather radio, and important documents with you, and seek refuge in your home. Do not go outside until the hours allotted come. Other countries across the world have been reporting this phenomenon. These include Norway, Sweden, Finland, Russia, France, Italy, United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Iran, Iraq, Israel, China, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Venezuela, Japan, Canada, Cuba, Mexico, and various other nations. The United Nations is also investigating what is causing this phenomenon. You are advised to continue to shelter in place and monitor media outlets, such as local news or the emergency alert system for further emergency information. This is the emergency alert system serving the Kansas City area. Normal programming will be allowed to resume, but will be required to immediately cease or postpone programming in the event another emergency alert system message is issued or if breaking news on the situation arises.
The National Primary Entry Point EAS system has issued a national emergency action termination for the following counties or areas. United States, at 6:45 a.m. on April 2nd, 2021. Effective until 7:45 a.m., message from IPOSCAP. Residents across the United States have suddenly regained their memories from before this event. It is confirmed that this is not a phenomenon known as terminal lucidity. In addition, those who have gone insane have regained their sanity and are allowed to be with their families, unless they have committed crimes. It is also now confirmed that the album is safe for all to listen to, as a test by a CI official has proved that those who have heard the song after 12 a.m. have not developed any symptoms. The current theory is that for some reason, the album yesterday, due to some sort of supernatural phenomenon, gained the ability to give people who hear it dementia. The curfew is also over, and you are allowed to exit your homes. Your government would like to thank you for your cooperation during this emergency. This concludes all operations under the emergency alert system. Normal programming may now resume.